Hello crafties, it's Sandra from Wallifire.com and this is my vlog about being an artist selling my illustrations online. So if you want to sell your art online or if you want to learn how to illustrate, this is the place for you, because in this vlog I'll be sharing my thoughts, tips and tricks, how I conduct my business online, and how to make it work because you have to learn the ins and outs of it, but it's no magic. So well, if you like this channel, I have to do this. If you like this channel, please hit subscribe and remember to press that bell button so you get notified of my new videos. Well, I hate those shoutouts, but I have to do them. Okay. Now on to the topic. Today we're going to discuss, or I'm going to share my thoughts and about finding your inner artistry soul and style. This is something that every artist struggles with. I don't know anyone who doesn't, and if they tell you they don't, they lie. Okay. All creative beings struggle with this, that's for sure. For me, my struggle has been that I'm very dual-minded. I don't know if you know that, but I do fine art as well, but I don't sell that online. Only in art shows and stuff. But in my fine art soul, so to speak, I'm very aggressive and political, and I do satirical feminist art, so to speak. I will show you in future videos, I promise you, but this is not the place to discuss that, my fine art. And online I sell illustration, which is something completely else, and it suits my more fragile and romantic soul, so to speak. It's always hard to... I have to think about how I say this. It's hard to balance your inner creativity with the market demands. So I love drawing, fairy tale inspired art with a touch of Scandinavian vibes. I live in Scandinavia, in Finland, so I have the nature around me and the lifestyle around the Scandinavian lifestyle. I'm some kind of a minimalist, or at least I live a conscious life. Well, enough about that. So the Scandinavian lifestyle and my love for old fairy tales, not new ones. I speak Hansel and Gretel and Alice in Wonderland and German old folklore fairy tales kind of style. And I was drawn to the illustrations in the book for when I was a child. I remember it so clearly. I really wanted to draw like that. And the thing is that my style doesn't really correlate with the old-fashioned drawing style, so to speak. So I had a really hard time coping with that, because I didn't know how to translate what I felt and what I wanted others to feel in my illustrations with what's come out of my hands. So and I can show you an example of what I mean, because I checked my favorite book, or I picked it up just here before for inspiration. Wait. this is one of the most important illustrators that I'm not inspired by, but he really struck my heart in some way. And he's been following me my whole life, and it's John Bauer. And the illustrations for me are magical. You know, it's a world, a world of magic and imagination, and there is a quite harsh line between good and evil, and it's always struck my heart in some way. And his illustrations, they are filled with items from the Sami people here in Scandinavia, and I really, really love his illustrations. So it's that kind of illustrations I mean. So how do I create something that the modern markets will appreciate and my artist soul will love to create? That's the hard balancing act every illustrator has to face. So if you struggle with this, you are not alone. You are amongst all the others. But it's seldom someone really speaks about it, because everyone, or not everyone, but you know what I mean. In general, we try to act very confident, like we know what we're doing and stuff like that. But in reality, nobody knows what they're doing. So I've been struggling to find the way to come here where I am today, which has been a real fight for me. But finally, I think I hit the chord in me that is the perfect match between market demands. It sounds so boring, but it's very important to know that the market demands is what put food on your table, and you have to adapt. But you don't have to throw yourself full force in and only do what's, it's trending or hyper modern right now. You have to balance it with your inner soul, because then people will recognize you and you be something that stand out from the crowd and not like everybody else. So try to find what really inspires you. What do you pick up when you feel drained? What do you look at? What do you dream about? What movies do you watch? And in what world do you live inside when you're alone and you just like daydreaming at where do you live? I live on my fairy tale planet. So I try to translate that in a market friendly way now in clip arts and digital papers and stamps like that, because I love using them, and I used to make digital art prints, and I bought many sets myself before, so this was quite natural for me. But I also started doing some custom logo designs and stuff like that, hand-drawn for creative businesses, which I love doing, and is also a very lovely way to combine, the business world with the inner creative world, and to really help someone else to share their love of magic and nature and the power of flowers and folklore creatures and imaginational stories. So all my collections, they are always based on a little story, because I love storytelling and everything is connected in in a story, in a fairy tale that I see in my head, and I try to translate it into the 10-piece or more collection sets that I create. So yeah, if you see my collections, you can always go to the collection homepage, on my site, and there I share, the story behind the set or the collection, because it's very important, at least for me. I don't know, nobody has to read it, it's just to maybe understand how, the story about it, and that it is a fairy tale for real, that it is a set or a collection that is combined in, a thread. But enough of that now. Now it's about you, and I love you being here because it means that you are creative too. And you can do this yourself. Just go through your inner chord with yourself. What do you really love? Where are your inner world, and how does it look? How does, what do you see? And then you look at the market, and then you see, what do you see there? And try to pick the things you see in the market that in some way can be transferred to your magical place. And there you have it. So it sounds easy, it's really hard. It's a practice, and I'm not there. I'm not I'm not finished in this goal at all. So I have to practice a lot more. Of course, it's, an artist always have to practice and practice and try to do better every time. So please leave me a comment if you struggle with this too, or if it's only me thinking that everybody struggles with this, but nobody really speaks about it in the open. And what do you do to handle, market demands and your inner world, creative inner world? I really love to know. I think we can, by discussing it, maybe we can make it a little bit easier on ourselves and understand this process a little bit better, because when you're sitting there all alone and thinking about it, it can be a real brain block, and in worst cases, even creative block. So it's nice to hear other stories. And if you're going to sell your art online, you have to struggle with this too. So it's good to at least think about it and make a little action plan in your head, so you can stay true to yourself and create art that you love to sell to others, that others also will love. So please share. I love to hear. As always, you have to you don't have to. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this babbly, rumbling vlog channel with illustration tutorials and artist thinking and lifestyle and everything. So please subscribe, and if you can also join my newsletter, and then you will get information about upcoming collections and new sneak peeks and lots of fun stuff. And we also have a Facebook group, the Crafty Cafe, and it's perfect for creative people. It's lots of fun, share tips and tricks, help each other, and having fun. So please come and join us there in the Crafty Cafe too. So see you soon, and I hope you have a great day, and take care of yourself and go and create something beautiful, and just be. Bye bye.